Welcome to CareerWatch, the series that brings you the latest information on high-demand jobs in South Florida. Whether you're a young adult ready for an exciting opportunity or someone already in the workforce looking for a change, you won't want to miss this. On today's show, we're taking off with the aviation industry. And if you think this high-flying career is just for pilots, you'd better think again. So stay tuned to CareerWatch, because who knows where you'll take your career. Airports are busy places. Travelers make their way through the parking structures, ticket counters, security clearances, and departure gates. Some are going on an exotic vacation. Others are traveling on business or to visit family. So what does it take to make an airport like this run? The answer may surprise you.
But it's like a small city, really. You think of an airport and you just think of it as a place to get from point A to point B. But it's really a small city that's operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's functioning, and it's like a well-oiled machine, and it takes a lot of people to make that happen.
And just like the city you live in, it takes all kinds of behind-the-scenes activity to make the airport run. And do you know what that means? Jobs, and lots of them.
No matter what your education level, or what your financial level, or your aspirations, there's something for everybody here at the airport, career-wise. And by that, I mean whether you want to be a groundskeeper and work on the grounds here at the airport, whether you want to be involved in security, whether you want to work for an airline as a flight attendant or a ticket agent, as a manager, as a spokesperson, not only for the airport, which is my responsibility, but all of these airlines have marketing and spokespersons positions as well. So I mean, at whatever level you are, whether you have a master's degree, a bachelor's degree, or just a high school diploma, there's somewhere for somebody here at the airport.
Greg Meyer is the Public Information Officer at Fort Lauderdale-Hollywood International Airport. His job is to represent the airport to the public. It's just one of the interesting and vital departments looking for qualified people.
And I'm the liaison between the media and the general public and the airport. So anytime there's an issue, for example, there could be an aircraft emergency or an incident of public interest here at the airport, I would be the person that someone would contact to try and get information about it and to try and explain why something may have happened here at the airport.
Greg's background is not in aviation, it's in communications.
I have not been in the aviation business my whole life. I was actually in the media for most of my career. So this was a new change for me, but so I was able to transition taking the media and parlaying it into the aviation industry, and it's really worked out well.
Fort Lauderdale-Hollywood International Airport is one of the fastest growing airports in the country. In a typical day here, almost 67,000 passengers pass through on their way to or from almost 1,000 flights. 28,000 restaurant meals are served, and 500 gallons of jet fuel are consumed. But that's only part of the story.
Sure, the airport is a huge economic engine for Broward County. In fact, it is the third largest employer in Broward County. Right now, we have 8,900 jobs here at the airport, and this is based on a recent study that just came out with a $2.7 billion, that's billion with a B, economic impact. In other words, that's how much money this airport helps generate with the jobs, with all the stimulation in the economy that it creates, with the tourism.
Add in the vendor and support services, and that number of 8,900 jobs is actually much larger.
The total employment here at the airport would be 37,000 people. So not within the aviation department, which is a very small element, but actually 37,000+ people come through this airport on a regular basis to help maintain and operate the airport and support the airport and the surrounding communities.
This list of jobs at the airport may look complete, but it's actually just a fraction of the opportunities available to you now. Many departments from A to Z have positions across every salary and education level. And while the aviation industry had its troubles after 9/11, the growth of the industry since then has been tremendous.
Since September 11th, 2001, the whole aviation industry basically was turned upside down. And things are completely different here than they were pre-9/11. And that is how you access an aircraft, how you approach the airport, how you park your car. So everything is very, very much different here. But it also created a lot of new opportunities. Since 9/11, the security is much, much tighter here at the airport. Anyone that travels or has traveled recently will notice a huge difference. Even since last summer, with the ban on liquids going on the aircraft, that people at home that don't really realize how much that really impacts the operations of an airport. But it also impacts the number of people that it requires to maintain the security of the airport, which is a good thing. The more eyes and ears you have watching an airport and making sure things go the way that they should, it makes it a safer place for everybody, but also creates new jobs for everybody. And this is a good thing for the economy, and it's a good thing for the security and safety of the airport.
So what does all of this mean to you? It means that the aviation industry in South Florida is taking off, and you could be part of it.
No matter what your aspirations are or what your career ideas or your education, because we have different areas, anywhere from a maintenance worker who can make between $20,000 and $37,000 a year, all the way to the top position, which would be the aviation director, who was just recently hired at $250,000 a year.
Whether you're interested in becoming a pilot or a chef, you could earn your piece of the $358 million payroll. And that doesn't include working for the airlines, outside contractors, or vendor services. Yes, aviation in South Florida is big and strong. Coming up, we'll meet the masters and take a look at the glamorous world of private aviation. You're watching Career Watch, the show that asks, where will you take your career?
Did you know? Here's a typical day at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. 741 commercial flights, 189 private plane flights, 66,914 passengers come through. There are as many as 1,200 taxi cab pickups. 12,500 workers make the airport run. 4,100 cups of coffee are sold, and 2,296 runway and taxiway lights illuminated. Meet the masters.
Whoever said anything worth doing is worth doing well must have had friends in the aviation industry. Because, let's face it, safety, security, technology, and craftsmanship play a major role in how it functions. Here in the world of private aviation, those friends can be in high places.
Sometimes, yes, very upscale. Sometimes it's just average people needing to go someplace on business, and this is the ideal way to travel.
I've met a lot of super nice people, as well as celebrities and wealthy people, average people, friends of wealthy people, friends of celebrities. I've had all good experiences.
We're here at the Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport, which specializes in chartered on-demand travel. And just like at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International, there are career opportunities here too. Companies like Aerojet are always looking for qualified people, especially pilots.
It's a big responsibility, flying the high-profile people, the celebrities. I've flown people such as Mariah Carey on tour, Bon Jovi. I recently flown Senator Clinton. I came from no background in aviation. I just woke up one day and said, I am going to try this and see where it takes me, basically. I took one lesson at a time, a little Cessna, and I just kept going, one lesson at a time, and then before you know it, you're flying a multi-million-dollar jet.
In order for the folks at Aerojet to do their job well, they rely on another employer here, something called a fixed base operator, and they exist at every airport, big and small.
A fixed-based operator is actually considered a service center, and they're always located at an airport. It's a business that consists of many different hangars, and within those hangars we have a maintenance department. Banyan in particular has an avionics division, so there's many things that we can give our customers when they physically come here.
Where you have services, you need people, not just here in the terminal, but also on the runway and in the hangars. Some jobs are hard to fill, which can mean a great opportunity for the right person.
But really, right now in aviation, almost every job is hard to fill, as amazing as that sounds. There are certain positions that need to have different types of schooling and licensing involved in them. For instance, in our maintenance department, everyone is required to have an airframe and power plant license. Within our avionics department, a lot of people have an FCC license. Avionics and maintenance are probably the two hardest places to fill.
There's a lot of gratification knowing that you can fix something and watch it fly off. I recommend this job for others. It's an enjoyable job. You get to go flying and have fun and fix the aircraft, and just the self-satisfaction and the pride that you have.
Having pride in what you do is important to who you are as a person. Firefighters, especially here at the airport, have known this for years.
My name is Paul Gutierrez. I'm a firefighter at Station 10, that's at Fort Lauderdale International Airport. What's special about this fire station is that we deal with a more complex issue at hand on fire safety, and that is aircraft and the mass casualty scenarios that we might have. Our initial response and the size up that we make in the initial attack with these crash trucks are so important to whether people live or die. A lot of people don't know that this airport fire station exists, especially now that we're out in the middle of the airport.
Paul has been a firefighter his entire adult life, and his passion is evident. He'd like to encourage anyone interested in the firefighting field to explore the options here at the airport. He personally oversees much of the training of new recruits.
All the young people that are coming up the ranks that we're teaching are learning the same way. And hopefully, when I leave, I can pass the baton to somebody else to have the same, feeling for this place as I do. And the main thing is that every person that flies in and out of here, brother, sister, mother, father, aunt and uncle, boyfriend, husband and wives, children, doesn't matter who it is, that they feel that they're safe when they come here, and that we'll be ready to respond in a timely fashion and save their lives. That's what we're here for.
Probably the most visible safety program at the airport is the TSA, or Transportation Security Administration. These are the people who screen passengers and baggage to help keep the skies safe.
Our main goal is to protect our nation's transportation system and ensure the freedom of movement for its people and commerce. Background requirements for becoming part of the Transportation Security Administration are definitely a clean background and knowledge and people skills.
Those who work for the TSA say it's also a great place to launch a career in the federal government.
This job as a transportation security officer is a great introduction into the federal government, which could also lead you into other positions within the federal government, such as CIA, Customs, Border Protection, FBI.
Spirit Airlines is a good example of a Florida-based airline on the move. Here at the headquarters in Miramar, Florida, jobs across every facet of the operation are available, especially in the field of technology development.
Clearly, our technical support requirements are huge. We're going through some significant technology changes within our company that certainly we need very good, capable talent to support us in that regard.
New job opportunities are continually available at airlines like Spirit, thanks to their tremendous growth.
It's all about growth, and for us at this point in time, our growth year over year has been very significant. We're 70% ahead of where we were last year, and clearly with growth comes career opportunities and career advancement for individuals that come to work for us.